There it is. Check, check. Sorry, I stopped the stream instead of. Check, check, check.
We just fucked up.
I don't know why it wasn't.
Is the live stream off?
Hello?
Hello. Well, let me check it.
Is this better?
Can't say we can hear you now.
Nice.
We're good.
All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry for that. One of the settings got changed on our streaming software, and it wasn't picking up these mics. But sorry you missed out on some of that conversation.
No sound. Still no sound. How did we miss this whole chat window? I didn't even know we had this chat window over here.
You're the one supposed to be monitoring the chat. You have one job, Cody. All right, sorry everybody, but hey, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. And thank you for joining us. We're not used to having this many people on here, so that's cool, man.
Yeah.
You just
Sorry.
missed out a whole bunch of us talking about the separation of the United States and why we're considered the Midwest, where it doesn't make any sense. We're more north and east or whatever.
Yeah,
So
we might cut all that too. So it's fine.
now, if you want to hear what we said, tune in on Monday for the full length podcast. That beginning section will be in there. So
We're good now. Everything's back up.
yeah. They got. They said they can hear us.
All right. Do you want to do a clap so you know for your
No,
the
everything
other
already.
rest of the podcast?
None of that ever didn't record.
Well, no, we recorded though.
What?
Did we record for the normal podcast?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
all of that was good to go. For some reason,
That's what I'm saying. Do you want? Let's cut this little part out here and put that in for the normal podcast.
nah. Everything on the normal podcast is straight. It's straight.
Okay. All right.
I can hit video with the audio recording side by side. It's good to go. Sorry, you guys are listening on all this right now, but we're good to go. We're good to go.
All right. That's what I was saying. Do we want to do a 3, 2, 1? Get back into it for the normal shit. But you got it. All right.
Yep.
All right. Love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Back. Everybody good? Check.
Check. All right. So,
Where the fuck were we? Anyways, yeah. The country, I don't know.
the regions are weird. The regions are weird.
Divisions are weird. We'll figure it out.
I don't know why we're considered the Midwest. And
We'll just say Haynes.
yeah. Anyway, let's move on. How's your week been? We talked about mine. For those that missed it, you didn't miss anything. How's your week been?
Oh, no wife and kids for a full week. Means I have no structure and and nothing, and it's not good.
You're just living free and wild, man. There's no boundaries for you, huh?
No, it's good. It's bad. You miss everything about your structure,
Yeah.
but then you don't have your structure, and then you're like, I'm gonna stay up late and I'm gonna do shit, and then you're like, wake up the next day to go to work, and you're like, oh, this sucks, and it's like,
I was a lazy piece of shit.
yeah, and then you go like 3 days like that, and you're like, get back.
Well, and then it's true. It's also too like you don't get the little baby hugs. You don't get some wifey hugs. You don't get that love. You don't get that
Right.
companionship.
Right. So like, for a couple of days, it's sweet. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Like maybe like a quick weekend or something.
Who doesn't love a little goddamn peace and quiet?
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody needs a little bit of peace and quiet every now and then. But
So I left on Thursday night, so I had that first weekend. It's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like I'm playing video games. I'm chilling out.
as
Like
free as you'll ever be.
It's good. I'm trying to sleep in, even though that's very hard to do. Trying to sleep in. Like everything's awesome. And then that Sunday hits, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, nah, I want that normalcy. I want that kind of.
And then
It's
you're
just
sitting
so
there like,
weird.
I got
It's
nothing
like,
better to do than just get drunk.
it's so weird that you're kind of robotic like that. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Might as well get drunk.
might as well drink this champagne, have a mimosa. I'm not saying I would have if they were home.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And maybe some steak and eggs and like.
But there's there's a difference between a family mimosa
Yeah.
and you're by yourself playing video games mimosa.
Yeah.
And
And
they
then,
just don't hit the same.
and then I'll barely eat if I don't have somebody to cook for, too, which is funny. Because, like, I'm such a person that, like, cooks for somebody that, like, if I'm cooking for myself, I will literally not do it. Like,
Right.
I'll just make a ham sandwich.
Right.
Like, slap some ham and cheese and mayo
Where
on a sandwich, and I'm done.
Whereas if
in
you got
2
the family,
seconds.
it's like here's a 4-course meal.
Yeah, like, oh no, I'm cooking for somebody. Now I gotta like, I'm showing up. What's up? But what if it's just me by myself? It's like, it is the saddest meal you ever seen. I might just eat meat, cheese, and crackers,
Right.
and I'm already like, I'm cutting up cheese and I'm cutting up, and I'm still doing work to do it a little bit, like
Yeah.
make myself a little bit of a spread. But for the most part, it's the saddest spread you ever seen too. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like I just don't have any will to like give myself my own nutrition.
Well, and that's even because I travel every other week, and whenever I'm gone for like that full week, like you said, it's nice you get that break. It's like, oh fucking, you get in that hotel room, I'm by myself, it's fucking quiet, do whatever I want, and then, but luckily I don't have to cook for myself out there. But it's kind of depressing just going out to eat and sitting at a restaurant. Like you walk in, like, hey, and the host is like, hey, how you doing? How many? It's like, just one. And like, do you want to sit at the bar? I'm like, actually, not really. I just want to sit at a table. And like, oh,
But you're right in the middle of the room.
okay.
And, bits.
And then you're sitting there by yourself.
Now your server's only getting half a tip.
That,
Thank you.
from Superbad, whenever he's like, hey, I got to go schedule classes. What am I going to eat dessert by myself? Like I'm Steven fucking Glansberg. Like, so yeah, it's real nice for the first day. And then second day, it's like, oh, I'll find some other things that occupy my mind. But then by the end of that week, you're just like, fuck, I can't wait to get home.
It's so funny. But luckily, I had some time to hang out with some friends.
Yeah.
Have some good times with them. And just go out to, have a couple of dinners here and there. Get a couple things done around the house. Not much.
Yeah.
I like it more done at the house, but then I work more at my normal job when I don't have them. So then it becomes, oh, I'm actually working more.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably supposed to actually be doing,
Right.
but I'm not.
Your boss is going to be like, what happened on this?
Oh, man, you peaked. You peaked this week. What's up?
Last year on this week and this week and this week, you did fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
what happened then? You're like, oh, that's when Steph was gone.
Yeah,
The
so
baby's
my wife and kids were out of
I
town,
was, I had nothing else to do, so I just worked.
so I just worked.
Yeah.
So, it's just it is what it is.
Right.
Just peaked.
but so, we got that. There's some kind of big game going on this weekend.
Oh yeah, I think maybe.
Yeah.
I think Taylor Swift is going to be there.
Yeah, she
Twaler.
Twaler
Swifties.
Twaler Sift.
Taylor Swift's going to be at this game. That's all I care about.
Yeah, but
So,
no, we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
that's right. Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah. Fortunately, we don't have the Super Bounds
So I
there. But
got two questions for you,
yeah.
and I'm gonna ask them at the same time. Who do you want to win, and who do you think's gonna win? Because sometimes those are different.
Niners Chiefs.
You want the Niners, but you think the Chiefs. I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah, I want the Niners to win. I just man the publicity of Taylor Swift being in the stands, of everything going on. And I'm not discrediting that the Kansas City Chiefs suck.
Yeah,
I mean, their year performance did not look great, but they still pulled it together at the end. came out with the victory.
Well, that's
And I
you
hate
know,
this. The whole scripted thing, it's you can point things out. You can say things, a ref made these calls, ref made this call, whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't matter.
There's
But it is.
when you say scripted, I don't think it's scripted as much as refs do have some bias sometimes.
Sure.
But
Or you pissed them off once in the past. They might be like,
yeah.
oh, no, you touched him a little too much, buddy. Fuck off.
Yeah, you get some attitude in his face, he's gonna be pissed at you and fucking he's gonna call you for dumb shit. Probably still legal, but he wouldn't have called on somebody that was nice to him, you know?
Yeah.
But
Do the Kansas City Chiefs had probably a little more calls called in their favor on some major plays that made a big
Yeah.
difference? Maybe. But the 49ers have a great story too. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Brock Purdy coming up
yeah.
could be a story as well. He's a cute boy.
Right.
He's a cute boy.
But I will say
He's a Tom Brady looking son of a bitch.
yeah, but I will say on no slight to Brock Purdy, but the Chiefs are kind of proven winners here, you know?
Well, they won last year. Do you give it to him back to back? Or would you rather have a sad Taylor and Kelsey in the stands?
I don't want to see Taylor
And
sad.
her-
I don't want to see Taylor
Her
sad.
no, him sad and her consoling him could also be
that'd
the
be
highlight of the year.
adorable.
I just figured it out. 49ers win. Put all your fucking money on the Niners, boys. Let's
That would
fucking
be so
go.
adorable.
That would boost everything way higher than him winning.
Then if they're both just happy,
Because you can't be on the field if he wins. If he wins, he's up in the stands. He's up doing his thing. He's doing all this shit.
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. She can't be near him. But if they lose,
If it was truly scripted, what makes a better story?
them losing
Yeah.
and her.
And he's crying, and then she's being the strong one. And they're like, see, women have power, and men can cry too. We all have emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like more of like
him
that.
messing the last touchdown just out of his fingertip. Oh, I couldn't catch it. And then he's on the sideline. It's like knee down, and she comes running out of nowhere.
And then somewhere out of nowhere, there's a mic. She's like, don't worry. You never have to worry about missing this catch.
Yeah, and she comes running out
I'll
of nowhere.
always be here for your fingers. Or something. I'll never slip through your fingers.
Boom. The script.
Sorry, I made it sexual. But
Boys, we just made the script. And if that's not the script, then I don't know what they're doing. I mean,
because I've heard so many people say, like, oh, the NFL's too woke and it's woke media and woke this. Like, how much more woke can you get if you're actually writing a script, a powerful woman helping a poor, sad, defenseless man? You know, like that could be like the woke fucking story of the year if it's
yeah.
literally all about that bullshit.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You
I
almost had me
just-
sold on that.
I just fucking figured it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one theory. It's like where
49ers.
he wins
by
the winning
3.
catch. He gets the winning catch, last couple minutes of the game or whatever, last seconds of the game, winning catch, and then he posed to her at the 50-yard line and blah, blah, blah. And then she breaks out to and she starts singing a song of "It's a love story, baby, just say yes." Like,
I mean,
there's so many ways you could write this story, right?
That's-
if it is scripted,
that's the problem. That's too scripted.
right?
So everybody would know that. Mine is a little bit on the dark side.
Yeah.
That would pander more to people. Be like, oh, it wasn't
Well, 'cause
scripted.
what do they say? All stories or all movies, all plays, all that's either a comedy or a tragedy.
Yeah,
Mine's the comedy, yours is the tragedy.
mine's a tragedy with a good outcome, though.
Yeah.
So you want the tragedy with a good outcome.
And then Brock Purdy's standing over there with the fucking trophy, and he's like, "Why aren't there any cameras on me?
Taylor, I'm up next.
Come come shake my hand at least. Put the camera on me."
I'm cute. I'm up next. I know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My script sounds more realistic than that script. Just saying.
Yeah. And it's hard to say.
Easier to write, too. Because you can miss a catch and make it look easier then catch the final catch.
And who's favored right now? Is it still San Francisco?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at the odds at all, to be honest. Don't give a shit because we don't got the Super Browns in there.
FanDuel Sportsbook. We are not sponsored by them.
But hey, what about those Super Browns?
The Super
By the way, Coach of the Year, Assistant Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Comeback Player of the Year, Mr. Joe Flacco,
Yeah,
my
dude.
fantasy homie. What up? I mean, those 4 awards are big,
Yeah.
and to get them just wrapped up on one. There's a lot of talk because, like, Defensive Player of the Year, there's a lot of talk with, like, a few guys in the league. Hang on, I'm trying to think of them. My mind just went blank.
What's the point you're trying to get at?
Miles Garrett's a stud. He's a
Right.
stud. My point was they were saying there were some other players that were
That
talking
should have
like
deserved
that
it
should have
better or
deserved it
something,
better,
yeah.
whatever. Miles Garrett missed 1 or 2 games, I think. So they counted that in, and they counted some other stuff in.
Well, and I do believe that a lot of those, it's not necessarily like stats alone. It's more of the impact that you had on your team's success.
It's the eye. It's the eye.
Right.
Visual. The coaches, because the coaches, I think, vote on it, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm
No
pretty
idea.
sure all the coaches vote on it. Look that up. I mean, there might be officials that do it, but but yeah, I mean, Myles Garrett overall is the Browns defense.
Yeah.
And if it takes 2 guys all the time to cover him, and he's not getting a sack that game, or maybe he gets 1 sack that game instead of getting 6, and then the other guys are getting sacks,
Right.
you
and
have to take that into a look and be like,
that's why I said it's not necessarily all about the stats. It's more about your impact on that team.
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
take some of these other guys with all the stats, if you take them off the team, it's like, well, they're
Yeah.
a fucking great team. You know, like there's so many other factors involved there where that team probably could have had maybe not as successful, but similar success. Very
Just
close.
because this guy got just as many sacks,
Yeah.
or maybe a couple more sacks than Myles Garrett.
Whereas
even.
when you take Myles Garrett off of our defense, we suck. You know what I
Well, no,
mean?
we don't
We
suck.
don't- yeah,
but, yeah,
but it's
It's a big
very
hole.
impactful.
It's a big hole,
It's
yeah.
very impactful.
There's
you know?
2 guys that are like, you're covering him. Every game,
Right.
they're putting 2 guys, you're covering Myles Garrett. Like,
Right.
every game. So it opens up the hole for every other guy. And I mean, we had a top tier defense. The Browns had a top tier defense all year long.
Yeah.
I think they even lost a couple big key points in that.
Well,
due
and
to
like some of them were
injury.
injured a lot of the times and shit.
Just 1 or 2, I think, on defense. But still, he's just a man.
Yeah. It was a
And
beast.
I look forward to his Halloween garden every year. Every quarterback he sacked, he puts a new one out every year. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it was Baker now, MVP of the Pro Bowl and all this shit. And
Baker
oh,
Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield. Oh, Baker Mayfield.
I've said it before on this podcast. I'm going to say it again. We never gave him enough of a chance.
We gave him a chance. He fucking sucks.
He took us to playoffs.
He sucks.
We won a playoff game with him.
Yeah, he sucks.
I'm not saying that he's amazing, but I don't think we gave him enough of a
He's
chance.
not. No, I shouldn't say he sucks. Because Baker's
How many seasons we have Baker Mayfield?
2,
2.
I believe.
And we've had Deshaun Watson for 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't count Deshaun out yet, but
Baker Mayfield also had a shoulder injury. So Deshaun Watson has a half a season to make it up then for what Baker did in those 2.
okay, you're talking about 2 different quarterbacks, and what did Baker just do? He just choked like he always does. So,
I'm just saying.
hey, I'm not saying Baker's that terrible. He's okay.
Yeah.
I don't
And that's the
think
thing,
he's-
is I'm not saying he's great. I don't think we gave him enough of a chance at first. I don't know.
I mean,
if he
I would
would've been our
love to
guy.
see Baker go and shit win a fucking Super Bowl,
Yeah,
but I don't think he's that guy. I just don't. I mean, he's good. There's no doubt about it.
yeah,
It's like us with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco comes in. He's looking like, oh my God, it's goddamn Joe Flacco. And I'm like, I want Joe Flacco to start next year. Do I really? Probably not. Because at the end of the day, he's still old. He's going to get hit once and
Yeah.
shit's going to go bad.
What I want is him to be on our sidelines, teaching a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. And if we need him, he steps in.
Yep.
I want him for 6 weeks. That's it.
I don't want him for the whole season.
I mean, no. On the sidelines, yeah, whole season. I mean, but he has to be quarterback. That was just a situation. And I don't think you're going to get that everywhere. And I don't think the same thing's going to happen everywhere. I don't think Joe Flacco can come out next year, be like, hey, you know what? Joe Flacco said he's going to $1,000 game. He's going to play.
Yeah.
He said, but only if Deshaun sits. Obviously, he would never do that because he's a nice guy and he would never do that to Deshaun. But, two, he loves money. And who wouldn't when you're a professional sports player? But if he did that and came out, I don't know if I'd want that because it creates a weird team. It creates a weird animosity. But
I don't want Deshaun to sit. I want Deshaun to start, and I want Deshaun to prove me wrong because I've said it before. I don't think he's our guy. I don't think it. And he tried to talk me out of it, and we probably shouldn't. We shouldn't go into it again.
No.
But I want him to prove me wrong. That's all I want.
And he probably will a little bit. I mean, he'll get his playoffs again.
Got my fingers crossed.
It's just, and then let's just hope our buddy Nick Chubb, we love you.
Yeah.
Come back and be healthy.
That's all I need is a little chubby.
Just need
That's
a
all
little
I ever
chubby.
need. That's all I ever need is a little chub. That's all. I just need some chub action.
Because like I told our other great friend Eric Willer, I said, man, just imagine if we had Nick Chubb this year, healthy the entire time, healthy the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know we would have got Joe Flacco then, to be honest, because all the other quarterbacks would have looked a lot better if you had Nick Chubb in there, though.
Well, and
the other quarterbacks probably wouldn't have got hurt.
well,
so.
but the other thing I heard too is before Chubb's injury, they were trying because he's definitely a great runner, and in the offseason before this season, they were trying to be a good pass also, and go out and get the short passes, do some screens, and which he was excelling at in those what was it, first game and a half? He only played 2 games or whatever.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
2 games, yeah.
His short season, he was doing some good screens. He had some good averages on that, and they had him dialed in, and then he got hurt. So maybe, we lose we might have still got Flacco to get some little screens and shovel passes and shit to him too anyway, because they were grooming him to be
I'm just saying.
to be next level on top of the running, also get a little,
it doesn't matter. You have Nick Chubb on that backfield. It does not matter.
it changes the game.
Because now you have to protect against run. Once you get these other guys in, you're not so worried about it. You get Nick Chubb in there, you're worried about it.
Right.
It changes the defensive structure against you. It opens up more passing for you. It's a lot different.
Right.
The guys we had come and replace him, they did okay. I mean, we brought Kareem Hunt back.
Yeah.
He did okay. But anyways,
And even Kareem Hunt,
enough Brown.
in a statement I saw, he said, what are you going to do after this season? He's like, I'm not going nowhere. It was his exact words. So he's planning on staying if we'll have him, but who knows what the fuck we're going to do in the offseason.
Probably.
Well,
I'll probably keep him because, I mean, at this point, we can't pay him any money. But
yeah. I don't think he's ever done bad for us.
no, Kareem Hunt's just a solid goal line pusher.
Right.
You need a couple yards, throw in the hunt. But yeah. Anyways, enough Browns.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
I was going to ask you what else you got going on, but now I'll just come up with something random.
Well, I want to go back to maybe a little Super Bowl. I'm always interested in the entertainment aspect of it.
Sure.
At this point, from what I saw from the lineup, I'm thinking in-game entertainment. commercials anymore are just stale. It's all more corporations, and none of them are funny. It's like, and we've gone through so many years of "we're with you, COVID." Bullshit. So hopefully they're funny this year. I don't know. I've lost all hope
Did you see
on commercials.
Yeah.
But in-game entertainment, we got Reba McEntire doing the national anthem,
banging.
and we got Post Malone's doing
Love it.
another pregame. I think it's what's the fuck? Oh, Beautiful, one of those ones, you know.
Yeah.
And then halftime we got Usher.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Because you're going to have all three of them together then.
I don't know. You might not.
No, you will.
You didn't mix it in last time. Halftime last year
But those are
was all
three?
Rihanna.
Usher, Post, Reba, you know those are three beautiful souls.
I want to see Taylor come out of the stands and take the mic from Usher and be like, "I got this."
You know those are those are three beautiful people. Because how much trouble's Usher ever gotten into that I can remember? I mean, he probably did some shit.
I'm not a huge fan of the fact that he's based his entire career off of I'm like the new Michael Jackson. I'm not a fan of Michael Jackson because of his past discrepancies that nobody else wants to cancel him for, but I don't like him because of that.
I don't. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, damn it, Steve.
Sorry. If we're going to cancel people for shit, we're canceling people
right.
for shit.
Let's X-nay that out. Let's X-nay that out of the conversation. Right. The three of them together, oh, we got something. We got a country pop.
Yeah.
Banger. I mean, I want Post and Shania together because that already sounds like a fucking country banger. And throw a little Usher beat in the background. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's Shania. It was Reba.
Or Reba,
but
sorry.
I get what you're saying.
But that already sounds like a fun, upbeat country banger anyway. So let's do that.
Usher's definitely the halfie. Reba.
I'm really surprised Usher's the halfie, though.
Yeah, she's singing Star Spangled Banner.
Has Usher done a halfie ever?
I don't think so.
This is his first one.
Posty is America the Beautiful, is what Posty's singing.
Yeah, I mean, Posty's definitely coming on stage for that.
Andra, I don't know. She's singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Don't know what that even is. Tiesto. He's like a fucking DJ.
Wait.
He's the Super Bowl's first ever in-game DJ, playing a pre-game set as players warm up and during breaks in the game.
Wait, you just be a DJ?
So what the fuck? It was announced that he was going to be now. So why'd you even include him in this goddamn article that I'm reading? Because now he's dropped out. So never mind that. Tiesto's not playing.
Well, yeah, because you're just a DJ.
So
the Super Bowl.
No. So now that Tiesto dropped out, producer DJ Cascade is going to step in as the Super Bowl's in-game DJ. The Super Bowl is going to have an in-game DJ. Don't they always have, or is it going to be playing live on
producer,
air?
No, it says after Tiesto dropped out. No, it's producer and
DJ Cascade.
Producer and DJ Cascade was stepping. So it's probably the producer for the guy that dropped out. He's like, you know what? I don't want Klein anymore.
He'll fill the same
I'm
role.
dropping out. I got another guy that's way better. Anyways.
He's going to perform during featured breaks during the game.
I feel like it's all Spanish, maybe. Maybe it's a Spanish side?
Well, don't, live events always have some kind of DJ. They play different music. Usually it's like arena rock, like, we will rock you, like all that bullshit.
I've always wondered, did they do the national anthem in, like, Mexico?
Yeah.
Do they still hear our national anthem?
Yes.
For the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Well, it's like if we watch the World Cup.
And then America the Beautiful, they hear that? No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they cut that commercial. I guarantee they cut that commercial. I guarantee they cut all of that commercial.
I would imagine that the NFL, being the media giant that they are, they say, we only give you, because that's how it works.
I'm just saying, look at these DJs. These guys are little I'm not saying they're not going to do a good job. The Spanish beat is way better than any beat I can come up with.
It's just like so.
But
Think,
I'm
think
just
of it,
saying.
Think of it as
I'm
when you
not trying to say anything. I'm trying to say something. I'm just trying to say, like, if they're watching it in a foreign country, do you think they hear? I know we hear national anthems at Olympics and blah 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 that you're about to say.
No, that's not what I'm about to say. 'Cause you keep cutting me off. I'm just kidding.
I know. Go ahead.
Think of it like when you tune in a Super Bowl. I've seen it before, and you get like fucking 800-588-2300 Empire Today. That's only in our region where they play that commercial.
Yes.
They're not playing that one out in LA markets. They're not playing that one in New York markets.
Well, I know that.
So in those markets down south, that's when they get their break, and they get the chance to put in their
I'm
influence on it.
That's not what I'm saying. What I was saying was, are they going to run the commercial during our anthem? Because it's our anthem. Does it really matter? It doesn't matter to them. So, do they get a commercial during that time?
That probably,
or do they get something completely? Did they get people on the field?
I don't know. I would imagine that would be more of a country to country and contract to contract broadcasting thing that we have no idea how it works.
I mean, I've seen Canadian national anthems. I've seen national anthems of other countries, like during the Olympics and stuff like that. But it's a Super Bowl, so I don't know. Like, it's both American. There's no other team involved besides America, so I don't know if they're just like,
well, do
you care? So we just run an ad during this.
No, the way my brain works is like if you want to watch the Super Bowl,
That's why they have a celebrity sing it. Never mind.
If you want to watch the Super Bowl,
I just made my own answer, man.
Yeah, if you want to watch the Super Bowl, you have to listen to Reba McEntire sing the national anthem.
I just made my own answer in my head.
These are your cues. This is when you tune in. We'll give you your allotted time to tune out for whatever the fuck you want to put on during that. You know.
This is why they have a celebrity sing it, so that.
It's still entertainment for them because it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like, oh, it's a Reba McEntire.
Yeah.
You know.
Got it.
You know.
All right.
Because they don't give a shit what Post Malone sing, and they're still watching Post Malone.
I was just thinking about it. I just wondered about it, so I kind of brought it up, and we went a little up and down with it, but that's all good. All good.
And then you kind of circled around and answered. Don't you love when that happens? You just like, no matter what, you're like, hey man, have you ever thought of like this blah blah, and then you're blah blah, blah and then you answer your own question like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, we got Mr. Willow saying Chiefs win. TJ Watt, yeah, that's who I was talking. I was trying to talk about. TJ Watt was pissed that Myles Garrett won.
Yeah, and he chimed in with 4. I think he was talking about that's how many we had. Season we had with Baker was 4. But
we had 4.
Baker
still fucking.
That was a while ago. Whenever he
still sucks. I don't care.
I mean, I'm not saying he's great.
I mean, 4 seasons is long enough to. Yes, we went to one playoff in 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm 4 years in a row, baby.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get that.
No, we'll get a franchise quarterback one day.
Oh, here's one thing I wanted to talk about.
When our life is just so far away. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's Cleveland's hope.
No, there's something I saw. It was an article I saw just glancing through. I don't know whether it was Facebook or media bullshit, but coming out with Fireball flavored lipstick, like the whiskey.
Fucking cinnamon.
Basically cinnamon. You have lipstick that's like cinnamon lip balm.
Let me give you some cinnamon fucking ass in your mouth.
What I was thinking is I feel like any chick that's gonna wear Fireball flavored lipstick probably already tastes like Fireball anyway, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're going to be making out with a chick with Fireball flavored lipstick, she's already been barreling down like 18 shots of it. But now, you know. Like, to me, I feel like that's just just put on regular lipstick. Your breath already smells like that. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean.
Or is that just something you put in your purse, and whenever they blame you for drinking at work, you're like, it's my lipstick. No, I smell Fireball whiskey on your breath. Like, it's my lipstick. It's fine. Don't worry.
I mean, it shouldn't smell like whiskey. It's just going to smell like fucking cinnamon.
Right.
So, I don't know. You know what it's going to smell like? It's going to smell like little fireballs my grandpa used to give me. He had a big fucking container of them always. And he'd be like, go in there and grab a handful of that. And however many you got, that's how many you get to eat tonight.
Yeah.
And I get to stay up with him till fucking 2 a.m. I could go in and grab a handful of fireballs. So the hot, spicy little gobstopper fireballs, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
candies.
Basically a jawbreaker.
Yeah, so you're popping those in your mouth. You're watching Three Stooges.
Cinnamon
You
flavored.
fall asleep. You maybe ate 2 or 3 of them, and the rest of them went right back into the container because before you fell asleep, my grandpa just take the rest of them and pop them right back in. He's like, these little shits are only eat 3 of them. Genius idea. Yeah, but I mean, just smart from a grandpa stage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Loved it. He'd smoke his pipe. We'd watch Three Stooges, and he'd have his thing of fireballs.
That's dope.
Yeah. I had a great question for you, and it just, I don't know where it's at now.
Just lost it.
I'll think about it here in a second.
All right.
You got another one for me?
I don't know if you want to talk about hydrogen motors.
Hydrogen motors. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So Toyota, like a couple weeks ago, released a statement saying that they have an amazing, awesome hydrogen motor that is going to kill the electric vehicle market. And then, uncoincidentally, I think it was this week, Chevrolet and Honda released that they're doing a joint venture where they've invested, which is kind of cool, even though it's in that state up north.
Yeah.
That $80 million they invested.
Say Michigan when it's good stuff. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah,
You can say it.
when it's not dealing
It's
with
not
sports.
football time. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Yes,
not
you can
dealing with sports.
absolutely say it.
So they're
It's not like it's fucking toxic. We are connected to them. We will support them
So
when we
Honda-
need to.
so Honda and Chevrolet just invested $80 million into a plant up there that will produce their version of this new hydrogen motor that's also aimed at killing the electrical vehicle market. And they said that they could see it in Honda's CRV as early as late 2024 of this year, which I think is insane. And I've always said, and I've always thought that I don't hate electrical vehicles. I love the idea of an electric motor. I love the instant torque. I love the horsepower. I love the speed. I love that fierceness of it.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that people like. All these gassers, it doesn't have the same feel as like the power of a gas
No,
motor.
it's faster.
Like, no, it's way better.
It's way faster, way more
It
efficient.
just doesn't make the noise. Like the only
Yeah.
thing it doesn't do is it doesn't make that grumble. Which
Yeah.
whatever. Get over that by going faster. But with hydrogen, you get that kind of ferocity of the gasoline engine. Maybe not as quick torquey and as instant torque like an electrical vehicle.
But an easier swap.
But the only byproduct is water. When you burn hydrogen, you literally just make water
Well,
vapor,
CO2,
steam.
which the
No,
atmosphere
you don't. You
needs.
don't make CO2. You literally, when you burn hydrogen, you not even make CO2. That's the problem with gas.
you did.
No, the problem with gas is that we're creating carbon emissions or CO2, and that's what everybody's saying. The carbon emissions are too high, or CO2 footprint, blah blah blah. That's what's called
Well, you
global
have to-
warming and climate change. When you burn hydrogen, the only byproduct is water. The only one.
You had the burden. CO2, but that's okay.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna disagree, but that's fine. But it's not bad because the atmosphere is made of a giant percentage of carbon. So it does not affect it one bit. We're already burning way more carbon by burning the fuel that we do. I'm pretty, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Steve. I know you're gonna Google it and you're gonna get fucking crazy about it. And they're gonna say it's just water. It's just water.
The most important benefit of using hydrogen as fuel is that when you burn it, the byproduct is just water.
Yeah.
You don't create CO2 at all.
Yeah, but you create energy, which creates carbon.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. This is like when we were doing math earlier, and you're like disagreeing about that. You Googled it. I'm like, all right, well. So
when you burn energy, you burn carbon.
no,
What does that even mean?
I'm not getting into it right now. Anyways, either way,
The whole reason
it would be amazing because a hydrogen car would be amazing.
the only reason we haven't used hydrogen as a trustworthy fuel yet is because we haven't found a safe way to compact it into a car. It burns. It's so explosive. It's so volatile that if that was the fucking
Well,
Hindenburg.
there's different efficiencies. Yeah, I mean, like
Different
electric
what was that word?
efficiencies
Okay.
that were not, just like electric cars, with oiling parts and things like that. That
I think the problem with electric cars is the way you got to mine the batteries. That's way worse on the environment.
well, no,
That nobody's talking about.
nobody's talking about the rest of the car too. I mean, yeah, it's the same transaxle and axle and everything too.
Right.
But inside that drivetrain that needs to be packed with grease and oil that they have not really talked a lot about. That also costs a lot of money to get repacked and stuff like that. There's
Yeah.
other things that go into it.
I get what you're saying, but the main
There's a longevity to them.
the main concern about anything that we're dealing with cars is the emissions of them. It's not because even regular cars use oil and grease and all that stuff. They rely on fossil fuels for rubber, plastic, all that. You still do that with electric vehicles. It's just when you drive that vehicle a mile, the only thing that anybody ever seems to be concerned about is what emissions it puts out to burn that energy to get it that mile. They don't care about the rubber. They don't care about the plastic. They don't care about the grease, the oil, anything else that's in that vehicle. It's all about what it's burning for energy. And they think that EVs are better because when you take it that mile, there's nothing coming out of it, but they don't consider the fact that you have to charge it, And that charging is based on a fossil fuel burning
It could be a
electrical
solar
plant.
plant. Why can't it be a solar plant?
because the solar plants don't generate enough power.
Well, they do.
Not really. The only thing
Well, I charge mine on a solar plant, so I don't know what you're talking about. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a dumb argument.
They think they are.
It's
but
a
they're
dumb
not.
argument that's going both ways.
The only way you can
You're
get it-
trying to make it one-sided right quick, and this is why I'm trying to stop you real quick. Because you could have a solar plant in your house, and you could be charging it completely on solar. You're not affecting the environment. You're not doing anything wrong.
I'm not trying
You're
to make it
just
one-sided.
trying-
I'm giving both sides of the argument.
No, you immediately said this group that has electric cars is wrong because they don't think about this. That's what you said, Bob. I'm sorry.
All right,
That's why
yeah.
I'm stopping you
Okay.
because, no, some of them don't.
So, but
And the gas people don't think on the other side too either. That some of it could be solar charged. Guess what? Las Vegas gets all of their power through a hydrogen generator. The Hoover Dam. You ever heard of that?
it's not hydrogen.
Oh, it's hydroflow, whatever. It's fucking. But it's not burning coal. It's not burning gas. It ain't burning shit. It's hydroelectricity. Not hydrogen, but you know what I mean. You know what I meant.
I know, but you also know what I meant. I wasn't saying that every single EV out there is powered by fossil fuel
But
burning.
you said every
plants.
person that thinks that way did that. So that's why.
80% of the nation's
Oh,
power.
yeah.
80% of the nation's power is produced by coal or fossil fuels.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not absurd for me to say
Well, I'd say
that then 80% of the EVs out there are charged by coal or fossil fuels.
sure, but that line production and our power lines are also fucking terribly infrastructured too. By the way, we'll talk about that.
Honestly, if we really want to get down
God
to
damn it, we're going down a rabbit
it,
hole.
honestly, if we want to get down to it, I think we shouldn't have fossil fuel or coal power electrical plants. We should have nuclear everywhere.
Nuclear's fucking awesome.
It's the greatest.
It's fucking sweet.
Its only byproduct is fucking steam. This is water again.
Byproducts. A bunch of you bitches are scared of it. That's it.
Yeah.
Put a nuclear reactor in my car. Pop that bitch
Love
in
it.
there.
Yeah.
Because you can make a mini.
We
by
fucking
the way.
have them in submarines.
They know how to make a mini. They put them in subs.
Yeah, they're in fucking submarines. You know what I mean?
Pop that in my car. I'm
Just
gonna
because what we had one in Chernobyl that went very bad.
Is it? Maybe
3 Mile Island there in the northeast somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, you can kill,
But it never went super bad.
but if mine in my car blew up, it'd only be like a 500-600 foot radius. It's not that bad. I mean, sorry if you're in my wake, but
or
I'm dead too.
Or run that EV, run that electric vehicle, and exchange every power plant over to nuclear, and then you don't even have to worry about having the nuclear reactor in your car.
Look, we're stepping into that world that we always talked about. Like, we don't really want to get too hard to core into because it gets political fast. And it does different
nothing
things.
to do with politics. The solution
No.
to all this has everything to do with politics.
Yeah, but the next
our ideas based on what we like energy wise has nothing to do with our
we
politics.
need a stepping stone, and electric vehicles is an easy stepping stone. So we get to electric vehicles,
Yeah.
and you see Teslas everywhere already. Boom, they're already out there. Boom, boom, boom. That's a stepping stone.
Yeah. I
We
will say
need-
it is a stepping stone for having people want to be looking for the next good idea. Because to me, and hear me out, here's my point that I've always brought up is that
Yeah.
I think that electric vehicles are plastic bags of this crisis. Because remember when you had to switch from paper to plastic? Don't use paper bags. It's bad for the environment. Use plastic. That's way better. And we're like, fuck yeah, that is way better. Let's all do that. Let's all paper or plastic. I want plastic. I care about the environment. And then all of a sudden we realize like that was not the best option.
Yeah, but
There's way better options out there. But it was like you said, it was that stepping stone that put us in the mind frame of why do we always have to settle on what's been done? Let's look forward to doing better, you know?
yeah, well, we're building these stations. We're building all these electrical stations, right?
Yeah.
And there's also a reason for that too. That gets us to the next phase. So, like you say, hydrogen. You can do electric hydrogen. You can basically charge that. Your car's gonna be running water in a minute. Like, not in our lifetime, but in the next couple 100 years, our car's gonna be running water.
Honestly, I feel like if we do the big switch to hydrogen, and we focus more on that, there will be a technology, and I think they have it now. I just don't know if it's efficient enough to turn water into hydrogen instantly in your car to be able to burn that hydrogen.
it's
then
been created.
yeah,
But
it's already out there. I know,
Yeah.
but it's
those guys have been murdered too.
it's just not efficient enough to
Shit,
put it in
we're-
your
we're
car
in it.
yet. But
We're in it, but yeah.
and honestly, I think we probably might have been going enough by now. So
It doesn't matter. But what I was just thinking is like, it's happened. It will happen. It's gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, and like I said, don't get me wrong, I love electric vehicles. I want a fucking Tesla. I want a Tesla.
Oh no, I wasn't
te-
trying to contradict you.
Yeah, the tech in them is so much cooler.
Say,
The
like,
tech in them is so much cooler. The speed of them is so much greater. The quickness is amazing. I just don't. I want it because I love it. I don't want it because I think it solves our whole
it's a skipping stone.
emissions thing. You know,
Yeah, it's a skipping stone until we get to our next thing,
right?
which is going to be something even crazier. And everybody's probably half the population's going to hate it and half the base's
Hopefully,
going to love it. But
probably not in our lifetime. It'll be anti-gravity type shit.
let's have magnets and flying cars, baby. Let's go.
That'll be the cool shit. 'Cause
Skip
then it's like,
traffic and just pew. And it'll be all computer driven and AI driven. Ooh, that's gonna scare a lot of people.
yeah.
I mean, if anything isn't scary, this AI is scary already. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
That's the last thing. But we have gotten deep.
that's the thing is we don't have to worry about any of this because
Yeah, and
we're probably the last organic life forms that's gonna have sentient thoughts anyway.
yeah. You guys are about to get sucked in by the AI.
Yeah, but hey, man,
Hey, we warned you.
we tried. We tried. Like we said it before. We'll stay on the air as long as we can to be the voice of the resistance against the robots.
John Connors early. guys.
Hey,
Click like and subscribe. Tell your grandma about us.
did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time. Hope you had a damn good time.
I
You have a damn
did
good
have
time?
a damn good time. I was setting you up for that. I was like, wait a minute. Isn't there usually a little back and forth there? A little back and forth?
We may have hung out too long tonight
we
because
hope
I
you
had
guys-
too many beers.
We hope you guys had a damn good time as well. Like he said, also click like, subscribe. Tell your grandma to listen to us. She's going to love us. She'll love it. I feel like your grandpa would love some of this too as well.
Oh, yeah.
And as always, stay tuned till next week when we come back to you for another damn good time. We love you.
Love you.
And I love you, Cody.
Love you.
Cheers. Till next week.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.